right, guys. Well, thank you, Miraculous Girl, for that amazing introduction. And we're starting a new series, and this is going to be called Cybertool Monday. And that's because Cyber Monday, and we're going to be looking at the Cybertool over the next 4 weeks. Every Monday, we're going to release a video on the Victorinox Cybertool. There are actually 5 variations of this knife. I only have 4. The 5th one is extremely rare, and if anyone has one that they can send me some pictures or something, that would be great. Otherwise, we're just going to take a look at these 4 versions that I happen to have. Now, we're going to start off with the Cybertool 29. It's currently known as the S, and it is said that Victorinox decided they should go by the SML instead of the actual numbers. The number 29 actually stood for the number of functions of the knife. And, you know, some people question some of that because technically some people question whether or not this particular feature, the key ring, is considered a feature. So anyway, so let's go ahead and get into this knife. Now, I don't usually go into the dimensions and that sort of thing. There's another great channel out there with Stewie Stewart, and he'll go over all the dimensions and the weight and stuff. I just like to kind of get into the meat and potatoes of it myself. But his channel is great. So all of the Cybertools came with the translucent scales. Now, a couple of models were available in the blue sapphire, or sapphire, which is the blue ones. And there, I guess, it's my understanding there was some onyx black ones. I have not seen any onyx black ones myself. I think I would probably grab one if I did. Anyway, so let's take a look at our scale tools first. On this side, we have the famous tweezers. Now, I really like the Victorinox tweezers. It's kind of hard to get a good view on these, but these are a nice set of tweezers. Got the regular gray top on it. You, of course, by the way, the key ring here is part of a back spring. It's not part of the liner. Next up, we have the toothpick. This is the Victorinox toothpick, standard toothpick. And then we have a ballpoint writing pen, because all of the Cybertools come with the plus scales, which include a pressurized pen. I've never seen one that wrote in any color other than blue. But it is pressurized, so it will write upside down and things like that. Now, kind of moving along here, we have a stainless steel pen, and although I think all the scales now in the 91 millimeter have the pen hole for the pen, the stainless steel pen, and I don't know the exact number for this pen, but this one, a lot of the knives have the hole for the pen, but they don't actually have the pin. And I think they should include it myself. But anyway, the Cybertools all do actually have the pin in it. Now, this is the most recent version of the micro screwdriver. It has the hex design on it, and it has the kind of chopped out fine screwdriver tip to it, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this to focus on that actual tip or not. It doesn't look like it, but it does have, it's kind of squared off. The tip is kind of squared off. Anyway, so if I can take a zoomed in picture of that, I'll insert that there. If it's not there, I couldn't do it. Anyway, so going back to the back spring, I guess before I close that up, I should also add, and maybe this is the four-sided solid corkscrew. You know, for the most part on the Cybertool, I would say it's there to hold the micro screwdriver. Although you could use that for untangling of cords and things of that sort. Next up, you have the reamer awl with the sewing eye. Of course, you're probably not going to be using the sewing eye in a Cybertool type of situation. But you would be able to use that reamer awl to punch through plastic or whatnot if you needed to. I think that would work great for that. So, and this obviously has some oil on it. This is a recent acquisition. I may have had this for about a year. But anyway. So, next up we have on our main, in the main section tools, we have our can opener, and as I mentioned many times, the Victorinox can opener, Swiss Army knife can opener, works very well. It has a micro screwdriver that actually will work in some Phillips heads. Then on the other side of that, opposite that, another standard tool on most, if not all, most, is our cap lifter bottle opener with a wire bender, and this actually does work as a stripper kind of situation. And then you have your slotted screwdriver tip, and this is 90-degree stop on that. You have your small pointed tip knife blade here. Sorry about the reflections on that, that's why I kind of turn these. And then you also have your large main spear point blade here. And these are very sharp. I've cut myself on many a Swiss Army knife. Now, down to our main items here. We have our bit driver tool. Now, this has a 90-degree stop. Opens up like that, but it does have a 90-degree locking point. And inside this tip, you have a 4mm female hex and a 5mm female hex, because there's actually a smaller one. The larger one's on the outside and the smaller one's on the inside. A lot of people don't realize there's actually two sizes. That was at one point in time very standard with a lot of computers. So inside you have a plastic carrier here, and in that plastic carrier we have 3 more bits. Each one of these bits has 2 ends to it, so you have a total of 8 various tools. So I'm going to take these out here and we can go over each one of these. Maybe put them down here, stand out a little bit more. All right, so these are as follows here. Let's start with the Phillips. We have a 0 Phillips and a number 1 Phillips. Then we have a number 2 Phillips and a 4mm slotted screwdriver tip. We have a number 15 Torx, be that side, and a number 10 Torx. And then finally we have a 4mm hex. I guess I should hold these up a little bit. And a number 8 Torx. Now each one of these, and I'll bring them all up here. Each one of these has a little ball bearing type detent that pushes in and out to help hold it into place when you're using them. I like this tool. One of my favorite things here, and I'm going to do a little demo here with our number 0 Phillips. And this is the perfect time of year for this. So we have all of these little Christmas ornaments that have, and maybe, let's see. Nah, I think it works better like this. Unscrew this. All right. And we need to put some batteries in this. I'll leave that in there because I'm going to need it. Now, I just recently purchased some batteries. That small spear point came in handy, didn't it? I'm assuming these are going to go in this way.
Chocolate chip markets fell early yesterday after the big man announced his latest sugar cookie venture. But major indexes were all up by the end of the day. Candy cane futures continued their upward spiral and hit a record high at market lows.
This is one of my favorite Hallmark ornaments. It has mock ads.
Keep your holiday stress under wraps this season with the North Pole gift wrapping service. Let us take care of the gift presentation so you can focus on making the season bright.
North Pole gift wrapping service cannot wrap reindeer, polar bears, ferrets, hazardous liquids, or items weighing more than your average elf or fruitcake.
Haha, they can't wrap fruitcake. That it has a series of 10 different little sayings in there, and I really enjoy it. Anyway, so this is our Cybertool 29, and we are now, this is part 1 of this series, and we'll be going to part 2 here next Monday, where we will take a look at the Cybertool 34M, or the M model of the Cybertool. Thank you for joining us. And remember, hit like, subscribe, and be nice to each other.